Here we are, Monsterpalooza 2025, Pasadena Convention Center. Just got here. Surprisingly, the line doesn't look very long for a Friday night. We're gonna walk around the side and see how many people are really here. We're just gonna check out the vendors and definitely the Monster Museum that we always look forward to. So for thrills, chills, and good meals, let's head into Monsterpalooza. We just made it into the line. Honestly, it's the shortest line I've ever seen here for an hour before we go in. It's 6:01 p.m. and we're heading inside, so it's one thing I do appreciate Monsterpalooza. Every year they do it out within the doors right at the right moment. So thank you very much, Monsterpalooza.
Wristbands up. Wristbands up. Good, good, good. Wristbands up.
Good morning. Thank you. Wristbands. Enjoy the show.
And we are inside Monsterpalooza finally. We have our first celebrity sighting. We have David Arquette here. We came straight in and got right in line for the Monster Museum. This line gets super long. Right now it's crazy short, so we're gonna take advantage of that and just check out the museum. We are now entering into the Monster Museum. This is the highlight of Monsterpalooza for us every single year. They have some incredible displays from all different artists. Looks like we're starting out with a Vincent Price display this year. Vincent Price as the inventor. That kind of reminds me of Monty Revolta a little bit in the first one. So I'm assuming these are all different faces throughout the years that Vincent Price may have used. I have a life-size statue over here. I like his cane, it's very nice. And that's Casey J. Wong, Monster Maker's work right there. And this has been my favorite so far. This little white thing with the green hair on the floor. That thing is crazy looking. So yeah, a lot of different abstract creatures I get this year versus all the normal universal monsters and stuff like that. Because I don't recognize hardly any of these, but I'm still really enjoying looking at them. Especially that pumpkin kid. She is creepy. That looks too real. Yeah, I wish they had more descriptions of what was going on with these. Looks like this might be Jekyll and Hyde over here. And a couple creatures. I don't know what this creature here is in front of me. It says Last Voyage of the Dementor. But he's kind of creepy. Looks almost like a vampire. And then right next to our traditional creature that we love. And it's kind of cool because instead of painting him as green like we normally see him, they paint him as like black and white as he would look on the screen. So I really appreciate that. Scream Scene. Is that a little Matthew Lillard on top of her? So they got a bloody scene going on over here. Is that Rose McGowan hanging in the back?
Both of them are Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay. I was corrected. There's Drew Barrymore being killed in both scenes, I guess. And they made a beautiful rendition of Boris Karloff's Frankenstein's monster. It looks so lifelike. It looks like you just stand up out of that chair right now. We love him. We want to bring him home, give him a nice home in our living room. These are called the Salesmen. Look like bubblegum monsters. We've got an incredible Chucky exhibit over here. Start out with a nice, clean, traditional Chucky. And then here's a little guy got his face burnt off. And my eyeballs look a little droopy. And this one's the creepiest to me. We got old man Chucky. He's freaky. Balding hair at all. So, old Chucky and a little ripped baby belly Chucky. Man, he's all tough right there. And then that's him, his final days, I guess. Chucky in his wheelchair. Some Friday the 13th and Freddy action. I'm not a Friday the 13th guy. I've never really seen those movies, but I do like Freddy. He's fun, and that's a great sculpt. I'm enjoying anything that actually looks like Robert Englund. They did a great job getting in there. As well as this picture of Valak the Nun. That is a beautiful piece of art. And again, not everything you hear, I guess, has to be horror. We come for the horror stuff, but it is also kinds of different makeup effects and special effects. So this Thanos is really nice. I love his glove all lit up. That's a great face. And just a couple other creatures that we don't recognize. But we'll just come by and appreciate them with their glowing eyes anyways. Yeah, Maria thinks that's Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian as a super cyborg. Alrighty. I think that's Houdini with a little devil. That's beautiful. Creature. He's nice and relaxed. Oh yeah, Zen Creech. Don't believe these were used for the movie or anything like that. They just made him as kind of stand-up props, I believe. But that's Five Nights at Freddy's. Now this is nice. This is the actual prop head used for the original Frankenstein monster, the 1931 classic. This is what Jack Pierce used to store the prosthetics on, and we take it off of Boris Karloff. So that is the actual prosthetic, and that is pictures of them using it on set. So that is a piece of history right there. Absolutely love when they actually bring things from the past as well as modern creations at Monsterpalooza. And from the movie Satanic Hispanic, which we watched not long ago, it was cool. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was my favorites. Wouldn't need to see it again, but this is a really nice representation of San La Muerte from the movie. That head is really awesome. Reminds me of like an Aztec design all the way down to her rib cage. And it's just pieces of art representing from Corpse's Bride. So I like how they have her ribs popping out, actually cut open. You can see her leg bone. We're going to keep making our way through. Here's a representation of the Phantom of the Opera. I like his mask and his cane. Really nice staff and details. Have him on that staircase. This is The Thing. It's like an alien. I've never seen that movie. It looks really old, but with a creepy alien face. Then we got some Friday the 13th action coming out of the water. And they have him up in the air, propped up by that chain. That is a really cool piece. Right next to Art the Clown. I love his sign, Monsterpalooza or Bust. Little Abe Sapien, Doug Jones, and Hellboy himself, Ron Perlman. I know they're both going to be here this weekend. They'll be signing autographs. We don't do the autograph thing, just we have enough collectibles, so kind of avoid that, but it's still cool to see these representations of them. I love the movie, especially the first one. Hellboy 2 is alright. Hellboy 1 is one of my favorites. Looks like we have the twins from The Shining, and they've all gone away. Their skin's gone. They are decayed and ready to be buried now for sure. That is a creepy display right there. Here are plenty of classic monster masks on display. The Mole People, Curse of the Demon, Brute Man, some White Zombie right there. Oh, I don't know that guy. I can't read his sign, but he's creepy. Look at that statue. Of course, we have Phantom of the Opera. That creepy movie, me and Ray were talking about the other day, that thing is so ugly and creepy. Never see that movie other than the little clips you see from nostalgic TV, and we don't ever want to see that. They have a little Nosferatu, Metropolis, and some Lon Chaney. So those are the old classics. Now we're moving on to some newer Haunted Mansion, Leota inspired, obviously. Definitely doesn't look like Leota from the ride, but still like the way they made that. And my favorite for the end is Little Baby Bat. He is adorable. So that is our time here in the Monster Museum. We're gonna head out onto the show floor and see what we can find out there. Some really nice pieces here from Adam Marcus. Love this David. That is perfect Kiefer Sutherland to me right there. Love him. And Maria says these are from the Terrifier movies. I love the way they made their noses. It's like going to be ready to be bitten off or something. Very, very beautiful work. That right there is art to us. That's what we enjoy. That Scream mask is perfect also. And each year they usually have a display here for photo ops. Just a conglomeration of all different creatures on display. It says Imaginaric this year. Just really creepy to look at. I assume that's a little nod to creepy Mickey Mouse right there. Yeah, definitely a wicked gesture. Love all these pieces. We were offered to hug him, but nope, we're good. We like to keep our little distance. That pig boy is hilarious. I love him. Got a little pot-belly pig. Love these displays that are made by Deadlight Customs. They're all custom made just by him, as the name states. He gets the action figures and builds whole sets for these. It's amazing. Looks just like the hedge in Pasadena we've been to so many times. And you got the Edward Scissorhands. And then if you don't want the whole mock-ups, he has lamps that are made with all the different horror Funko Pops. This booth is one of our favorites. He has so many different kinds, from classic monsters, modern monsters, you name it. But Deadlight Customs, that's your place to go.
Yeah, no, right there.
Love the Saw scene and the Nun. That Valak is beautiful.
The lamps, they're all 75.
So yeah, these are all Deadlight Customs. If you want them, and if there's anything else you want, I'm sure you can contact him. He can probably make you anything you could possibly dream of. They do excellent work. So Deadlight Customs here at Monsterpalooza. So again, like we keep saying, a little bit of everything. You want art, you want Funko Pops, you want jewelry, you want creepy masks to scare people with. It's all here at Monsterpalooza. They always do it 3 days each year. This is opening day, so we have Saturday and Sunday still to go, but we'll just be here one day this year. We find that's plenty for us. We have Midsummer Scream coming up, and that'll be our 3-day event. So we like to just come here as a warm-up. Look at all the vendors. Some vendors will be here and Midsummer Scream, but most are unique just to Monsterpalooza here. And this is what they created Monsterpalooza for, to show off how they actually do and create monster makeups. So throughout the areas here, you'll actually see people getting their makeup done. Like this lady's getting her done right now. And then by the end of the night, they will have them all completed, and they'll kind of like do a parade usually through the show floor to show off what they look like. They can be sitting here anywhere from 3 to 5 hours getting their makeup done. So if we see any more, we'll see what the other monsters are also. Not sure what she's going to come to yet. It looks like she's wood, to be honest with you. So we'll see if we can see her on the floor later on and see what that finished look looked like. We never got into collecting these, unfortunately. They just took up a little more room. We had all the Funko Pops everywhere still, so these are living dead dolls. Absolutely love these things, and that's not my favorite ever. This little devil right here is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna find out how much she is, because she is really, really cool. But they have some classic ones, some collectible ones. So some are starting about $50. This most expensive one's about $200. So we'll see how much that one costs. But I really like that little devil girl right there. This is super interesting. We saw this for the first time last year here, called artwithlatex.com. It's all kinds of art pieces you wear as a necklace and drape down your chest. But they have some very interesting sized pieces here. This is a giant death moth. They have green and a red creature. And actually, I like that red creature. It kind of pops. But Maria's favorite is this art over here. But those things are huge. This art is called Yoke Mouse. I do not get it, but it's kind of funny. There are different egg sculptures. Like here is a egg sculpture of Madame Leota. We got some egghead hitchhiking ghosts. All different ones. The pirates, you name it, it's got an egg. Even have a little fortune teller egg. I love his mustache. Those are very, very unique. More incredible busts. This is by Studio Aki, Amazing World of Akihito. This looks like a female predator right here, all adorned with jewels. She is huge. They're applying some prosthetics to this gentleman's face right here. So we have a couple more models over here that are getting done up for the parade later on tonight. I don't know what he's going to be at. Maybe like a werewolf or something. It's kind of like a werewolf jowl they're putting on him. Doing one here, and then right next door, this poor guy is getting his mouth sealed up. That looks like straight torture to me. I would not enjoy that. I hope they pay these models very well. These are Sick Rick masks. I follow him on Instagram. He does the most amazing work. He really makes a lot of like different serial killer masks. Look at this, Ed Kemper, zombified. Beautiful Gacy next door, and that red Anton LaVey devil is just perfect. Love to have those in our house. So I always watch his stuff that he posts online. So definitely check him out on Instagram, Sick Rick Masks. They're going to see all of his work as he's doing it. He gives you behind the scenes stuff. A lot of booths will have your common collectibles here. So you'll see Funko Pops just about everywhere, all price points. I really, really like this. The Halloween Season of the Witch. All three of the characters in there. $100 for those little dolls. Very cool. You see lots of Nightmare Before Christmas here. Some Crypt Keeper. But pretty good prices. And a lot of the vendors will deal if you give them, offer them a little lower price. A lot of them are not stuck to the price that's on the sticker. So always talk and be polite. And maybe you can get a better deal you see at any of the booths. Some gigantic photo ops over here. You can actually climb on the head of this disgusting monster. And right next to him, you have a life-size model for the new horror movie coming out called Screamboat. I believe it's being played by the same guy that plays Art the Clown. That thing is awesome. Probably about 6'5" all the way to his hat. It's got a creepy wheel. And that face looks just like the pictures I've seen on Instagram, so that's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of vendors here, plenty of stuff to buy if that's what you're looking for. We usually buy a couple things, but we mainly come here for the art. We just enjoy this so much. Anything that is big and bright and beautiful, we love to look at. This creature right here with the blue head. Not sure who or what he is, but I love him all the way down to his hands. Here at the Best Little Horror House booth, they have some of the coolest masks we love to look at every year. We call them serial killers. We got some Captain Crunk. We got all the different creatures from Serial, the Bee, Honey Smacks, Toucan Sam. Even got a little Chef Boyardee action going on this year. And he's called their little Zomboid. And he's sitting out here serving free candy to me walking by, feeling like it's Halloween style and everything. So check out the Best Little Horror House on Instagram or bestlittleHorrorHouse.com. They have all kinds of stuff for you to buy. Beautiful things for your house. We just discovered these little pieces. We thought they were like resin or something, but I just touched them. They're actually silicone, just like the mask. I love this little brew creature. $120 for that. Not bad at all. Super reasonable. Or if you want a good value and still have their beautiful artwork, these are called micro masks. These are $50 each. They got everything from Steamboat Willie to some Mars Attacks, classic Hollywood monsters over there, and even a sad clown. All from Best Little Horror House. You can scan that right now and that'll take you right to their Instagram and you can follow them online. But they do incredible artwork, even make piggy banks now. That is so nostalgic and I love them. I want the zombie piggy bank right there. One thing we're seeing a lot of now at all of our conventions is 3D printing. These are 3D printed light switch covers. All different kinds, $15. Oh, look at this. If that actually worked, that would be incredible. You could throw the switch. It does work. That's hilarious. I like that. I did not see those till right now. It's the Forgotten Tribe Skull booth. They have beautiful work. Last year when we were here, we bought our shrunken head we were looking at. So we got a shrunken head like one of these at our house now. So they're actually made out of goat skin and they get them from tourist sales and they modify to make more realistic. So $80, you can get yourself a modified, not real, it is goat, but they look very real, shrunken head for your own house like we have. So yeah, these are real human skulls and they put animal bones with them, but they are very beautiful, artistic pieces. So definitely check them out. But yeah, I was shocked. I did not know these were all real skulls. I'm surprised like everybody else is right now. But very cool to look at still. And you never know what you're going to see here at Monsterpalooza. This is V. Neal, the makeup artist who did Michael Keaton's makeup for Beetlejuice. Absolutely love her. We met her a couple years ago here. Very nice woman. That is hilarious. This is called Future Me. It's an action figure. It says, "Hi, I'm dead." And it's a guy underground in dirt with a little headstone. That is hilarious. I've never seen that one here before. So, Future Me in the box, $75. Take them home from Rock'em Toys. The McGee Effects booth every year brings some crazy killer props. These things are lifelike. I believe they come from kind of like B horror movies. But look at the beak on that creepy, shiny alien bird thing. And I'm assuming this is his humanoid baby. That is super ugly. I don't know if it's a boy or girl because they got the little blanket strategically placed, but that is an ugly baby. I would say put it back. Maria always enjoys a Sweet Siren booth, and they have some really cute new creature art this year. Tons of little canvases you can pick up. We really like the top one. They have some really nice clothes in here, kind of tiki inspired with being a creature at the same time. So I'm ready to go in there and see what they have this year. See if anything else you want to pick up. In the Sweet Siren Mermaid and Monster booth, Maria found her a really cute sweater. Check them out online. They have great prices, all kind of vintage clothing and art, and anything else you think of, some jewelry. So that is Sweet Siren. Check them out online. The Mondo booth, they have all kinds of premium action figures in here. Some horror, some sci-fi, a little bit of everything. A creepy Megan, some really funny little Godzillas down here, and I love the Michael Myers. So everything from textured Creature of the Black Lagoon to this really badass Skeletor up here. And that is my favorite in the booth, the Mumra here. That is amazing. I used to love Thundercats when I was a kid. And they even have the new Bride of Frankenstein Loungeflies here. $80 for the new Loungefly. Bride of Frankenstein. Tons of pieces here at the Mondo booth. And surprisingly, it's the first Ouija board I've seen all day. Not bad, $20. Take it home to your kids. Lots of fun all night. This is all kinds of vintage fun toys up in here. I got some Living Dead dolls, but make sure you pick up your Ouija board. Everybody needs at least one. We have probably at least 20 in our house, to be honest with you. So lots of fun things. Even have comic books if that's what you're into. Monsterpalooza, you can find anything. This is from Atomic A&M booth. At the Play It by Fear booth, I love the Killer Clowns from Outer Space little hanging cotton candy guys. They're adorable. I need one of those for our house for sure. They would stand out and pop in our dark house. So we are finally pulling that trigger from the Play It by Fear booth. $20, we can't refuse those. I've been looking at them for a couple years. We need to add us a little Killer Clowns from Outer Space action in our house. So we're taking home one of these beautiful hot pink cotton candy guys. We got Matthew Lillard over here from Scream. And now we're into the high dollar ultra collector editions over here. This is Elite Creatures Collectibles. That is the ghost from Ghostbusters. That is beautiful. And this piece from Hellboy 2 called the Death Angel. I do think I remember that in the movie, but still a beautiful piece of work.
Like he's holding a little planter, a little pot.
We even have an ET over here. His finger lights up, his heart beats. $1,650. Take him home now, it says. Won't be coming to our home, but maybe somebody else's. I just found another favorite thing here at the show. This is Fuzzball from Captain EO. It used to be at Disneyland back when I was a kid. I absolutely loved Captain EO. This guy is adorable. $1,800 to take him home, but I love him. If we had that money, he will be coming home with us. Beautiful little creatures. Here at the Immortal Mask booth, they have some of the most crazy masks I've ever seen in my entire life. We're gonna head into their booth and go check out what they're offering this year. Check out the quality of these masks. Anything you can think of. From this pumpkin head, different variations of his face, a nice little demon boy. Everything is beautiful. Clown is blowing my mind. But yeah, if you want some beautiful works of art that you actually can wear too, this one looks wet. Oh, it is wet. It's sticky. That is creepy as hell. You want to be an old man? There you go. You can be an old man right now. So check out Immortal Masks. If you want anything just to have at home that'll creep people out, or if you want a kick-ass Halloween costume, this is your place to come and order from. We love Creature of the Black Lagoon. Maria's whole bathroom is Creature pretty much. These are some 3D artwork here. $250 for the porthole and $400 for the scene of him popping out of the water. Another beautiful set of art. Another one of Maria's favorite booths every year is Creepsville. And we just got ourselves a new sunshade. I cannot wait to put that one up at work. That'll be very interesting. So, little Devil and Devil Girl rocking out. It'll be in our car very soon. This makes me want to have all the room possible in our house, called Diorama Fantasies. Amazing pieces, full sets. I love the Bigfoot encounter, old sleeping cowboy. And we have some Creature from the Black Lagoon inside of a cave. These are giant pieces. Can't even imagine you don't have the room for it. Oh, look at that, fighting a crocodile or an alligator. Beautiful pieces again, Diorama Fantasies. As we've shown before, Maria loves clowns. We just found a great little oddities booth here also, and she got her a cute clown. He was right there in the little space now that's open. So add that to her collection at home. They also have some taxidermy animals. She fell in love with this little baby black goat right there. Awesome stuff. Again, kind of Monsterpalooza, you'll find a little bit of everything. At the Dapper Cadaver booth, seeing some amazing. She's showing their polyurethane, so they're not sticky like the other masks we just felt over at the last booth. These ones are harder and more durable, so definitely check out Dapper Cadaver. Beautiful work here. Super gory, just the way we love it.
No, it looks like it.
One of our favorite vendors we know. We look forward to seeing him every show. This is Disco Bloodbath. He makes these amazing hand-cut art right here. We have so many of his pieces. I'm telling you, during COVID, when we were sitting at home watching online, he was making these and he was selling them on there, and I have bought a ton. I think we have at least 7 or 8 of his pieces at home. They are all beautiful, amazing, love them. He does ones with lights, all with glitter, paint. So if you want something unique, check out Disco Bloodbath. And if you want temporary art, you can even get that. These are all candles. So if you ever got tired of looking at it, you can just light it and burn it down. Or, in the event of a storm, there you go. Your art will turn into life-saving things. If you need a crazy skull and spy lamp, look for Moldy Creations. They have everything you can think of. All kinds of cups to soap dispensers, grinders, even have some eyeball keychains. All handmade and all really, really cool. Those lights are definitely my favorite. $200 for those spinal cord lamps. Tons of different horror tiki mugs here at More Monsters. We love the xenomorph that they have right here, and they put suckers in them. So these are about $200 each, but if you collect tiki mugs, these are definitely top of the line premium ones. So again, that's from More Monsters. And right next to that, I'm loving this crazy Ghostbusters reimagined. Here's like a vintage print. Never seen that before. That is really, really cool. These are the best lamps ever. They're so detailed. They have everything from Haunted Mansion to various creatures. This guy is fishing, and he actually hooked the creature in the mouth. And he has a line going through the water. That is the most beautiful lamp ever. These other ones are cool too. Maria really likes this one where he's in a submarine. You can see the creature through the window. Again, these are the coolest lamps. Let's go to the other side and I'll see if I can get the name of the company that makes them. And there's no name on their booth, but still really like their lamps. So I guess if you come to Monsterpalooza one year, check them out. They are here every year. They always have new pieces, and you can pick one up here from the show. Some more crazy pieces just because these are gigantic. That head right there is probably about 3.5 feet tall by itself. This is called Zombie. The Frankenstein is $3,500, and this little zombie guy with no arms is $3,000. And he is amazing. It's a little creature guy. I don't see a price on him, but I love those big bulging eyes. Really cool baby creature. This reminds me of Indiana Jones. It's got a little monkey head and a little monkey brain. Those look absolutely disgusting. I think they open up, they're like little holders of some kind, like a jewelry holder. Those are some freaky little monkey faces. And these are creepy for real. Just some old dolls. $300 for that old dirty doll right there. I do like a little boy caterpillar. It's kind of funny. $260. And that's Grandpa Munster from the new Munsters. And to the last hall this time, the exhibition hall. This year, I swear they have more vendors than ever before. This is where they used to do the after party, but now they just fill it full of vendor booths. So we're gonna spend our entire, I wanna say we were here for 6 hours, just looking at vendors today pretty much. So still enjoying it. We picked up a couple things. Didn't spend too much money here this year, but still having a great time. These are all 3D printed also. Tons of crazy stuff. They have a Terrifier panel going on next to us, so it's a little loud in here. Lots of screaming. I'm sure there's blood flying everywhere on screen, but we're over here still looking at vendors and shopping. That's what we do. So that was our time at Monsterpalooza 2025. It's about 10:20 right now. We're getting ready to head out, so we weren't sure we'd be able to finish it, but we ended up doing all the vendors. The outside booth, weren't that many in there, and that's what they're doing the panel for Terrifier. So we made it through all the vendors we wanted to see. Like I said, picked up a couple things for our house, a couple little items, nothing crazy this year, but definitely come check out Monsterpalooza anytime you can. It's fun to walk around. If you like autographs, this is the place to get them, but definitely always see the Monster Museum. That's the #1 attraction. That was the first thing we did tonight. Had a great time. Probably why we are done there. We got through everything because we did it the first second we walked in. If you got later on, there can be some lines for the Monster Museum. But thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and like this video for us so you can watch all of our adventures. And thanks for joining us. Thrills, chills, and good meals. We're out of here.